getting into 2PC streaming. Our most popular video is about that. We get a lot of questions about that. Building a streaming PC doesn't have to be anything crazy. Stay with me. Hey everyone, Chris with Coalition Gaming here, and I want to talk a little bit about my streaming PC. Now, building a streaming PC isn't exactly like anything too difficult, honestly. If you're willing to compromise a little bit, you really don't need a whole lot to get a whole lot, which is really nice, especially if you're on a budget and you just want to dabble with it a little bit. Now, you can get away with getting consumer grade stuff, just the regular stuff like a P55 or let's say first gen Intel Core i series. As long as it's a hyper-threading dual core, but preferably at least a true quad core, you can do 720p 30 streaming, no problem, all day long, offloading via OBS NDI or with a capture card. But encoding needs a lot of processing power, and processing power is CPU. It's CPU intensive. So with the CPU intensive being a focus here, another option pops up. And well, you guys might be thinking Z400, like I've been talking about, because the Z400 platform can go to 6 cores. It can take cheap ECC memory. There is another platform out there, even newer than that, that can be had for even cheaper in some regards. Maybe not so much in the processors, but I'll get to that right now. So what I'm talking about is the Z420 or the Z620 motherboard. So that's the platform that came after the Z400. I originally thought that I could do something with that and try to make a system out of that, but I couldn't get around the press F1 to boot error. There's too many sense pins, too many things that were necessary to have in the stock workstation case that made it unfeasible to set this up as a normal desktop. However, as an encoding computer, you're going to be in full control of it. You're going to turn it on when you want it on. You're going to turn it off when you want it off. It really isn't going to do anything else in the meantime. You don't need it to be able to boot up seamlessly or anything like that. So I had the great idea, because it was just lying around, of throwing a Xeon in it, throwing some RAM in it, and getting it going as my streaming PC. Now, I also use it as my test bench, because it does pretty well as a test bench as well. And well, I can't complain. The thing gets everything great. I run 720p 60 streams on an OBS CPU preset all the way down to medium, and that's using a Xeon E5 1620 4-core 8-thread CPU with the 3.6 gigahertz base that goes all the way up to 3.8, maybe 3.9 gigahertz. So this is a Sandy Bridge. It's basically roughly equivalent to an i7 2700K, but as a Xeon. And the benefit of the Z420 and Z620 motherboards is they're on eBay pretty cheap, anywhere from, I don't know, $50 to $100 for a board. In that range, you'll be able to find something for sure. The board works. It's standard ATX form factor. You can put it into a case, or you can put it onto a test bench like what I've done. And I featured this test bench in another video that will be linked in the description below. But I've also featured this platform with I believe a different CPU and a GTX 970 possibly in one of my older videos, and that will be linked right up here. So with that said, it works, and it works well, and you'll see in those gaming benchmarks it can work as a gaming system too. If you disregard the press F1 to boot issue you're going to run into. But another benefit of these being workstation boards that are in systems that were getting eliminated and surplus and all that making them cheaper online, is that ECC RAM is also cheap, and you can get this with ECC RAM. But here's the kicker: this platform only works with registered ECC RAM, and the Z400s, they do not. They work with unbuffered ECC or unbuffered regular. These work with only buffered or registered RAM modules, and that server memory is even cheaper than your standard DDR3 types online, and you can find 4 gig, 2 gig and 4 gig sticks on eBay for less than $10 a stick. In mine, I'm running it with 8 gigs. As an encoding computer, you don't need beastly specs. You need a basic video card and just 8 gigs RAM. You can probably get away with 4 gigs RAM even, but as long as the CPU is good and is well cooled, because encoding is CPU intensive. So with that said, it's a great platform. It's X79 basically, although I believe it's C600 or C602 as far as Intel goes. It's the same as X79. Has 8 DIMMs. You can pack this thing with cheap memory. Can take socket 2011 Xeons, and that's like you probably can start with an E5 1620. That's a $55 Xeon, 55 and up, and that's a 4-core 8-thread, plenty of encoding power, and you can go all the way up to probably a 10-core 20-thread. I believe this platform can also utilize a Xeon E5 2690, which is actually not bad of a CPU, although it's probably in the $200 to $300 range in terms of price. Its value is a bit diminished if you're just going to use it as an encoding computer. However, it is there. Everything else is cheap about it. It's standard ATX form factor. Well, the form at least, not the plug on it. It will fit in any standard case, but unless you get it with the stock power supply that goes with the Z420 and Z620 series workstations, you're gonna need an adapter. However, the adapter from China, it's like $8 maybe, if that, and that adapter will let you use any standard ATX power supply with this. So it works with the standard ATX power supply with an adapter. RAM is cheap. The motherboards are cheap. Coolers are cheap. It works with any socket 2011 cooler. You don't have to worry about a backplate. It just goes right into the holes that were right there. So this thing runs, and it runs like a charm. It encodes my OBS NDI streams. I've also captured to it with a capture card. And what else can I say really? It's let's see, what did I pay for it? It's even cheaper than when I paid for it. As you can see from the video that I linked, that will also be in the description below, I think it was over a year ago that I got this, and I had to put an offer to get the board by itself for $100, and now you can get it for a lot less than $100. So you can have an encoding system, let's say a basic 500 watt power supply, $38 maybe. You have you can go with any hard drive, although you can get away with a cheap SSD as well, so you have faster boot times. And a cheap SSD, let's say 120 gig is probably about $30. So there's what, $68. And then the board itself, let me double check here. The board itself will go for $62, 62 to 77. So let's cut it in the middle, say 70. So you have 68, 70, and then what else do you have in there? Let's see, 2 4-gig sticks of RAM at about $8 each. Wow, it's $16 for like 8 gigs. That's not bad. And yeah, just get it going there. You will have a pretty good encoding system. And if you wanted to throw a graphics card that can game on it, it will game just fine with any of those CPUs. Obviously, the higher numbered E5 variants of the Xeons will have a higher clock speed, but if you're just using it as a streaming PC for encoding, the frequency isn't quite so important. It's about having more cores. However, you can get away with less cores if you have more frequency, but that really isn't a discussion in this case. It's neither here nor there. So if you guys wanted to ask me about this, make sure you leave a comment below. I'm happy to answer any questions about getting a setup like this, and anything with OBS, encoding, all that stuff. Happy to answer you guys' questions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. We always got more coming, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned. Every Wednesday at about 8 p.m. Pacific, we do our weekly streams, encoded via NDI, encoded via the system that I'm showing you. And on top of that, we also have a merch store, so for any purchases through there, you guys get some cool swag. Help support us, helps us keep going and run experiments like repurposing a Z620 or Z420 system as an encoding computer. Hey, who would have thought of that? And it's not just a whole workstation system, it's just a board, and it sits there on my test bench. I really like this thing. So you guys have a good one. Bye.
Hey, a motorcycle.
Oh, that hurt me.
Okay,
it's hurting.
Grummy, no.
Oh no! Come on!
No!